Do you have any war stories?
Well, to answer that first, I've been very, very fortunate. And in my 30 plus years of officiating, I don't have any like war stories. Sure, I've walked off of fields or courts and you're terrible, you suck. What were you watching? You missed a great game. Go back to Foot Locker with your striped shirt or whatever it might have been. But I've never had anyone come up to me or follow me to a car, anything like that. But as a society as a whole, that's kind of the point we're to. And I know Pennsylvania has some very specific officials harassment laws.
Right.
So it is unfortunate. I think everyone, especially fans, have a vested interest. And when things go against their best interest, we need someone to blame for the loss.
What's the misperception of officials that irks you the most?
It's us against them. And that 100% the misconception by 100% of the people? Absolutely not. I kind of look at myself as a stage director, not the director who kind of runs the show. I just make sure all the props, all the pieces are in place. The game, that's the show. That's what I'm here to work with. And it's us all working together. You're playing the game. You're working your tail off to be the best football player, best softball player you can be. I want coaches and players to know I'm doing the same thing. I just don't show up on a Friday night not reading the rules, not watching video. A good friend of mine is he's a head coach here in Lebanon County. He has had me come out the last 2 seasons just to go over new rules. But he says more than that, just to kind of talk to his kids, for them to see me as an official, not in my black and white striped shirt. And we'll go in the locker room between their 2-a-days. They just throw out questions. And sometimes these kids will make up the craziest questions. So if I tackle somebody by their long hair, am I going to get a 50? No, that's not. No. So it's us all working together. I heard this quote from a softball coach. The game doesn't know who's going to win. So there might be a football game that we have on a Friday night, and it's this 6-0 team versus this 1-5 team, but we show up to officiate the same way we would show up to any other game. The game is the show. And that 1-5 team might play their best game. I'm there to officiate that the same way that you are, to the same way we would officiate any other game.